behind the curtain. Dudes and staff. Time to start lining up behind the curtain. Stephanie Sanchez and Paloma Hernandez, please come to the front.
morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain standing, sorry if you already sat, for the singing of our national anthem. Please remove your hats. And Corbin Draper, will you please join us for the singing of the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Staff, will you please take your seats? As our faculty and staff takes their seats, just a few reminders. Please, no air horns during graduation. And please, clap as loudly as you like. Our first student speech here tonight will be the welcome address by Adriana Raymond.
Good morning, friends, faculty, and family. Let me start off by being the first to officially welcome you to our state-of-the-art Anderson Auto Fieldhouse. Well, seniors, this is it. In approximately an hour, you'll officially be a graduate. As we welcome friends and family to this gorgeous new event center, we will also be saying our goodbyes. This is our last day we can scold cheesy phrases we usually hear walking down cramped hallways like, "It's a great day to be a dust devil." Although it's great to look back at the past 4 years of our lives, it's important for us to keep moving forward. We can't stay idling in the past or even in the present. It is our job as the rising generation to aspire to inspire. A commonly used phrase that I'm sure all of you are aware of is, "It's not about how many times you fall down, it's about how many times you get back up." You will get knocked down at least once. I am certain of it. However, choose to get up. Strive to be the next Jobs, Einstein, or Disney, all figures who are known for their tenacity and success after falling over and over again. Don't let your losses outweigh your potential to win. People know me best for my blunt honesty. And you want to know the truth? I've taken many setbacks. Academically alone, I noticed in the middle of my senior year that I have some type of learning disability similar to dyslexia. Failed plenty of tests in the 3 years I've had Miss Ivy, and even managed to not pass advisory in my first semester of high school. I mean, how do you get an incomplete in a study period? Sorry, Mom and Dad. Despite these personal shortcomings and pitfalls, I am in the top 10% of our class and have been offered a full tuition scholarship to NAU. Thank you. The purpose for me telling you guys this is not to brag. That's the last thing on my mind. I'm telling you this to make the point that true change comes only from seeing a problem and working harder than everyone else around you to change it. There is no doubt in my mind that every one of my peers will become successful in their own paths of life. When I look at you guys, my classmates, and my friends, I see successful nurses, government tech geniuses, teachers, mothers, news anchors, welders, head of marketing material, and so much more. All of my fellow classmates and I are very different from one another. Yet, as a class, we were able to appreciate each person's individual talents and give respect to one another. This is what I have admired most about the class of 2019. We are the hype man that everyone needs, something extremely rare to find in a high school environment. Seniors, it's okay to ask a friend for help rather than sit there and do nothing. Finally, my departing morsel of knowledge I hope to instill on you guys is this. Look through an honest lens at yourself and the world and figure out how to change it for the better. When you get knocked down, wipe the dirt off your face and get back up. Congratulations to the class of 2019, we did it.
Great job, Adriana. Next, we have the student address and history with Caden Van Camp.
"4 years, and we are here. These last 4 years went by faster than we could imagine. It just seems like yesterday we showed up to freshman orientation asking all of our teachers what the Wi-Fi password was. But as time goes by, there's unforgettable things that we will never forget. From our first practice, when we were nervous, to meeting new people to make new friends. But as one thing that none of us will never forget, it still haunts me to this very day: the mile. The first mile was the worst. Estabrook just surprised us all randomly on a Monday without saying anything. But as time goes by, everyone tried to figure out at all means how to get out of it. But Estabrook has been teaching PE for many years and heard every excuse in the book. Our class has seen so much change from going through AZCIS to graduate, from not having to go to school on Fridays. But the best news we ever received is that we didn't have to wear school IDs around our neck anymore. We loved it. But as we get closer to becoming high school graduates for one piece of paper and a handshake, I just want to say thank you to all the teachers and staff for helping us all break out of our shells and turn us into adults.
Thank you, Caden. Next, we have the student address and staff recognition by Hannah DeMello.
Hi everyone, and good morning. My name is Hannah DeMello, and I would like to start off my speech with a quote by Dr. Seuss. "You're off to great places, today's your day, your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." This quote can be taken in many different directions, and yet when I think of it, I can only think about our wonderful teachers who have helped us through high school. These teachers who helped us get to this very moment and have encouraged every single one of us to push through senioritis and to push through our research papers and all the homework we procrastinated on. These teachers are who have prepared us for our journey beyond high school. This mountain we've all been waiting for is this exact moment, graduation. It's the moment we've been waiting for since freshman year, but we wouldn't have gotten here without our teachers, the ones that never gave up on anyone. Without you all, we wouldn't be sitting here today with our caps and gowns. Thank you, teachers. You've made an impact on our lives, whether it's small or rather large. You shaped us all into the young adults we are now, and we couldn't be more thankful to have such wonderful teachers by our side each and every year. But alongside these hard-working teachers, we have the hidden teachers sitting in front of us, our parents and guardians. You all are the most hard-working hidden teachers in all of our lives. You taught us things we couldn't learn in school, and you're always there for us when we needed you. Thank you, teachers, and thank you, parents and guardians. To conclude my speech, I would like to say thank you for the last unforgettable 4 years. Thank you, Mom, Dad, Eric, and Mick, and congratulations to the class of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Now, with great pleasure, I introduce River Valley High School's valedictorian and her address by Anna Grasso.
Good morning. I would like to start by thanking the Academy. Oh wait, that's for another time, sorry. Good morning. My name is Anna Grasso. I'll try to keep this brief so all of these proud family members and friends can watch their student walk across the stage to receive their hard-earned diploma. I would like to begin by saying I am very honored to be up here talking in front of you all about my experiences in high school and becoming valedictorian. Here's just a few things I remember personally from each year. Freshman year. Every single passing period, we would hear Kevin yell at the same kids to put on their IDs and get to class. We really had no idea what was going on, and we were all really intimidated. Sophomore year. We were finally getting the hang of high school. We were too cool for freshmen, but not cool enough for upperclassmen. Junior year. Admin told us we need to call Kevin Mr. Anderson, but that didn't work very well for some of us. We knew him too well as the coolest guy on campus. Kevin. We didn't have to wear our IDs anymore, and we got to sit on the other side of the gym for pep rallies. We finally got to call ourselves upperclassmen. Senior year, we got to make fun of the freshmen, even though it seems like we were just in their shoes. Oh, and we also always won the yell-offs. I would like to say a few thank yous to those who have impacted my life for the better. Thank you to my friends for putting up with my constant overthinking and worrying. You are such a great group of people, and you have helped guide me down a positive path. I am so excited to continue making unforgettable memories with you in college. I love you guys more than you know, and for anyone who doesn't know who they are, they're the ones screaming extra loud. Miss Ivy, you created our little calculus family. In class, the 7 of us would not only discuss and solve math problems, but life's problems as well. I never knew I could rant about my problems while doing math. I will always remember our little inside joke. For example, thoroughly. Solve every problem thoroughly. Ms. Ivy, you were the glue holding us together when we wanted to give up after taking the entire class hour to solve one math problem. One of the best compliments I've ever been given is from you. When I was talking to you one day after school, you told me that you hope for your children to grow up like me. That truly meant a lot. Thank you. Mr. Nielsen. Thank you for pushing me to do my best throughout high school. The rigor your classes provided kept me on my toes. You knew what I was capable of, and you helped me accomplish those goals. I remember during freshman year, I was doing a presentation, and throughout the whole thing, you stared at me with what seemed like your cold, dead eyes. After I finished, you smiled and clapped, and honestly, I've never been more confused in my life. Thank you for allowing me to become a master of procrastination, but most importantly, thank you for believing in me. Just like you always said, teacher first, friends second. Grammy and Papa, you two are seriously the best grandparents one could ask for. Ones that are proud after you eat 8 tacos at dinner and still have room for dessert. Grammy would say, "Look at my granddaughter," and send out the warmest smile you could imagine, while Papa would be sitting and cracking jokes the entire time. Papa, you're the only person that can make me laugh at any given moment in time. That's why I'm not looking at you right now. Even though you tell me the same 5 jokes, I will laugh so hard every time. You really are good at making Grammy mad at you, but that will always make me laugh. Grammy and Papa, I haven't been a part of your entire life, but you've been a part of mine. I've learned so many things from you two, especially while working side by side with you at Mamma Mia's. I learned that Grammy wears the pants in the marriage. No, but really, you two are the definition of love. The story of how you met, the way you care for the grandkids, the way you treat strangers, and the way you have spent every day with each other for the past 53 years. Thank you for showing me what family truly means. Dominic and Anthony, my older brothers. I would like to take a second to think about everything that we've been through these past 17 years. This begins with the sibling rivalry and stupid things we would do to each other. For instance, locking each other in closets, spraying each other with cleaner, and building one-of-a-kind inventions in the garage. I'm sure you two remember when you told me vultures had landed in our backyard but flew away before I could see them. And I told you to go play dead outside so they came back. I know this seemed mean, but I really do love you guys. Oh, and I can't forget about you two letting me jump on furniture when I was little, which led to multiple visits to the doctor. Well, I would first like to thank you for teaching me how to be tough by treating me as one of the guys. Thank you for fulfilling your rightful duties as the older brothers. That includes protecting me, annoying me constantly, and not being mom's favorite. Sorry, but that's my title. Thank you both for being my rock throughout my entire life. No matter what, I could always go to you two about anything. I don't know what I would do without you two. Just remember, you two may be older than me, but I am still the boss. Mike, for the past 10 years of my life, you have influenced me in many ways. You keep me level-headed on my worst days. You have taught me to always be happy because, as you say, it beats the alternative. I don't think you knew what you were getting into when you came into my life, but you becoming family is one of the best things that's happened to me. We think alike, talk alike, and even have similar mannerisms. Like you say, we're both Geminis. Thank you for being such a great stepdad and helping me be a better person. Mom, you have given me unconditional love. Throughout high school, when I would come home stressed and overwhelmed from the day, you were always there to tell me that it would be okay. And when I would still constantly complain, which I would, you would reply, well, I don't know what to tell you, Anna. You taught me to look at the bigger picture in life. You showed me that all of those things I was stressed over was such a small part of high school. And look, I got over it. I'm standing up here to tell you that I made it because of you. I would like to mention a lyric from a song written by our favorite band, Hey Look Ma, I Made It. Thank you for everything you have done for me. I don't say this enough, but you really are the best mother anyone could ask for. Thank you. Now, I spent my whole senior year working on cars with my dad. If there is one thing I learned in doing that, and anyone who has worked on a car can relate, it's that when it seems you have everything figured out, two more problems arise. Tackling problems and rolling with the punches is something you have to deal with, not only while working in the garage, but throughout life. Dad, while we were building the car, you probably didn't think you were teaching me such a valuable lesson, but you did, so thank you. I would also like to thank you for teaching me how to be a man, even though I'm your daughter. Dad, you have outdone yourself. You've given me everything. I wanted to learn about cars, and you said, okay, we'll start from the ground up. And that's what we did. I will take everything you have taught me and implement them in the future. Thank you. It's kind of funny to take a look back and think that we spent 4 years of our lives dreading high school, just for a 2-hour ceremony and a piece of paper. However, it was more than that. Class of 2019, it really feels like we're going to walk down those halls again, see Mr. Anderson fly through the courtyard on his gator when there's a fight, or hide from Mr. Wilcox when you know you're not in proper dress code. But we're not. We're done. We spent 4 years working so hard to get where we are now. The only thing ahead of us is a world full of opportunities. I not only congratulate you, but thank you for an unforgettable 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Now we'll have the first of 2 salutatorian speeches. The first tonight will be given by Melissa Woodruff.
Good morning to you all. And before I begin, thank you friends, family, and faculty for being here today and for being here every day for the past 4 years. 4 years ago, I stood in front of you all. I never imagined we were going to have such a ball. Coming in, I didn't know any. Now leaving, I have memories with so many. Freshman year came, and we were the bottom of the food chain. We were trying to find our clique, already winning yell-offs, so we swore we were slick. Dating upperclassmen, forgetting the fact that we were just 10.
Clifton was such a G. Don't even get me started on Mr. D. We didn't learn a thing in math, not knowing Ivy would send us down the right path. PE with Estabrook, and we all had to read the Romeo and Juliet book. Amy fell down the bleachers, and we managed to chase away a few teachers. Summer 16 was full of bangers, and after that, none of us were strangers. Sophomore year approached, our first year of weights with the greatest coach. Mannequin challenges were the new hype, finally old enough to donate and learn our blood type. We almost lost Nielsen because of his spleen. For our foreign language, we can thank Miss Queen. Sean and Landon managed softball. Ruck made them go get all of our foul balls. Math was Shell, every day waiting for the release bell. Brower's class was spent playing top dog, and Jarvis's class was all about dissecting frogs. Remember Rucker and his Dr. Pepper? That year our school spirit had only gotten better. Homecoming was one big huddle. That night was so much trouble. Celebrating our Sweet 16s, man, those were some scenes. We had so much drama, but it didn't cause too much trauma. Not realizing we were almost halfway done, we had no time to waste any fun. It wasn't our prom, but we still went. My poor car, Lucy, got crushed and bent. We got into NHS, not yet focusing on the stress. Last day was spent wilding out at Long, not thinking we were doing anything wrong. Summer 17, we were so tan, it was all in the moment and nothing was planned. Junior year struck hard and that research paper left us all scarred. Our classes were now split and we were still a bunch of misfits. Nielsen or wait for English, for the most part we all finished. Ivy or Boyce for equations, we behaved ourselves when Rosenberger did his invasions. Our first powder puff, we played so rough. What it could have been, I mean, we had that win. Christmas break was a blur. We were all amateurs. February meant the ACT test. We promised we tried our best. Spring break wasn't long enough. Waking up that first Monday back was tough. Hosting the Route 66 baseball tournament, we thought our farmer stands would be permanent. Spirit Week came and we all participated while we patiently waited for a prom we could buy our own tickets for. I swear we almost broke that casino's floor. Finals came and we almost died. Somehow we managed to survive. The seniors leaving made us fuss. That meant next up was us. We said our goodbyes to Coach Ruck, and that one left us all struck. Senior year snuck up quick. The timer was starting to tick. Our last chapter had started, and by the end we will have all parted. Senior sunrise made it real. Music really made us write a bill. We took pictures in our caps and gowns. After that, there was no turning around. Homecoming week was a blast. Everything was going by so fast. Our second powder puff was intense. We played some gnarly defense. We applied for college, sometimes making us question our knowledge. Our boys' last football game was bittersweet, the last time they'd wear their rubber cleats. We turned 18 and called ourselves adults. Tattoos and piercings were the only result. Still running from dress code, avoiding the halls, I'll always remember our sick class wall. Williams and Howe guided us through these years. Now that they're over, we'll shed a few tears. Amon and Wilcox, always watching us. We'd get caught in the wrong, yet we'd still fuss. Miss Brooks wrote all of our late slips. Can't believe we're actually getting a senior trip. At this point, we've taken nearly every elective. There's no way Kevin is an undercover detective. Coach Clark had big shoes to fill. He did it well and stayed on our heels. We finally had a lockdown drill. So crazy that we're done, it seems unreal. Our last prom was elegant and full of dancing. It was so hot in there, we were literally panting. Got to wear what we wanted on our last week. Our last day's tears caused our makeup to streak. Some of us will go on to further our studies. Some of us will forever be buddies. Some of us will come back, and others think that that's whack.
No matter where we all go, there's one thing I'll always know. I love this class with all my heart, and now it's time for us to part. So here's to our new chapter start. We started so lost, but this year we were the boss. August of 15, we were just barely teens. May of 19 has come so fast, but man, the past 4 years have been badass. Something you need to hear before I sit and rest. Thank you, graduates. It really was the best.
And with our final salutatorian speech, Amy Cervantes.
Hi, everyone. Okay. Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and of course, my fellow graduates of 2019. My name is Amy Cervantes, and I am truly honored to be standing here as your salutatorian. As my time in high school draws to a close, I would like to share with you all today one of my favorite stories so far, the chapters of my high school experience. Once upon a time, in a magical world called River Valley High School, I began my journey into the person I am today. Freshman year introduced me to the good and bad times of my favorite organization, Student Council. It was freshman year that I infamously fell face first down the bleachers as they announced the upcoming sophomore Student Council. Face first. And of course, I still stood in front of the entire school with my bruised and bloody body and said, "And my name is Amy Cervantes, and I'll be your sophomore vice president." Moving forward to the chapter of my sophomore year, I didn't get any less clumsy. In fact, I ended up breaking my leg in a varsity game versus Mojave. Go Devils! The following chapter of my junior year was rushed, and I did not appreciate everything in the moment as I should have. Going into senior year, I knew I wanted to make the most of it. As I look into the faces of all the people I have grown up with dressed in our caps and gowns, I can honestly say that we really did make the most of it. All good stories have that little page dedicated to the people that influenced the story itself. 4 years is a long time, believe it or not, which leaves plenty of opportunity for me to encounter many people that influenced my story. I would like to start by thanking Miss Queen. Over the years, your family has become my family. Things may not always be perfect, but that is a part of life. At the end of the day, I will always be thankful for the lessons, advice, and kindness you have shown me. I also want to thank Miss Ivy. I don't know how you did it, but you somehow made me love calculus. It was not the problems that took an entire class hour to finish, but perhaps instead the warm atmosphere full of love and understanding that you create in your classroom. I know it can be very frustrating trying to teach me, but I am thankful for the patience you always showed me. I also want to say no hard feelings, because last semester you gave me a B. I love you anyway, mahal kita. Another staff member that I feel it would be an utter injustice to leave out is none other than Mr. Nielsen. Yet another teacher who gave me a B last semester. However, I must say that it was not undeserved. Mr. Nielsen, you've been perhaps the greatest influence on my success at River Valley. You've stimulated my love for English. I even contemplated pursuing a career in education simply in the hopes that I might one day impact a generation of students to the extent that you did. Thank you for everything you have done. No amount of words or research papers will ever truly show how grateful I am for you. Now I would like to shift to thanking the family that has gotten me to where I'm standing today. Darren, thank you for coming into our lives. You not only make my mom incredibly happy, but my entire little family happy. Thank you for supporting me in the limited amount of time I've known you. You have proven that you are here to stay. Olive juice. Omar, thank you for always being there for my family and me. Whether it's as Coach Gus or just Omar, you have always shown me how much you care about me. You have been the father figure in my life for so long now, and I will forever be thankful for the love you have shown me. Thank you for always being there to pick me up when I fall down. We all know I fall down a lot. Mikey, oh boy. No other person on this planet gets me the way you do. You're my best friend, you little monkey. I look at you and see so much good in your future. You're the best big little brother I could have ever wanted. I'm going to miss goofing around with you every day. Unfortunately, not everyone who has shaped me into the person I am today could be here. I want to thank my dad, who was always watching over me and is always in my heart. He's a major reason why I am the person I am today. I want more than anything to make him proud and be the good person that he always wanted me to be. I hope he knows that I keep going because of him, that I try my best because of him. I wish I could look out into the crowd and see him sitting there amongst the faces, but I know we'll be reunited again one day. Lastly, but far from being the least, I want to dedicate my story to my mom. It is your strong embodiment of character and beauty that I look up to the most. We have been through so much together, and our little family is full of so much love. You always manage to smile and reassure us that everything will be okay, even when we know that it's definitely not okay. I admire your strength and perseverance and aspire to be at least half as kind and selfless as you are. I love you more than the moon loves the stars. As I stand before all of you today for one final time, I would like to remind you all to cherish the chapters of your own story. Cherish the chapters of your past that have led you where you are today, no matter how painful or difficult they are to read. Cherish the chapters of your future, no matter how intimidating or mysterious they may seem. But most importantly, cherish the chapter you are reading right now. Soak up every word and every moment. There will never be another chapter like it. And so, River Valley High School, thank you for the chapters you've given me, and for one final time, have a great Dust Devil Day.
Thank you, Amy. Next, with the faculty letter, Mrs. Ivy Feldhassen.
To our superintendent, Mr. Benji Hoekstra, school board members, Principal Mr. Doran Wilcox, Vice Principal Mrs. Amanda Amon, counselors, teachers and staff, parents, family members, friends, and most especially, seniors. Good morning. To the seniors, I'm sure you've learned that all beginnings are difficult, especially with essays. They are the catalyst to journeys full of surprises on your way to your destination. 4 years ago, you were still confused but excited on how you wanted your high school life to start. Mr. Nilsson made mention to me about the identity template that you did in freshman year, where there are a series of questions that help a person search for and discover who you are in that moment of time. 4 years later, it is amazing how to see how different you have become and the types of people you have turned out to be. We want you to learn that the journey of self-discovery is never over and remind you to always remain open to the idea of change. As you leave high school, we hope that you obtained a better sense of who you are, a clearer picture of where you are going, and that you never forget where you came from. Your journey is not yet over, for you have just begun. I wanted you to equip yourselves with 6 important lessons that I myself have learned on my personal journey, just like the lessons that you've learned for 6 periods in 4 years. First, there is no shortcut to success. There will always be ups and downs. Work hard and stay committed. Talent without hard work is nothing, for hard work beats talent. Hard work gives us integrity. Second, decide on and commit to something you are passionate about. Quitting should never be an option, especially when you are put in a tough situation. Just pause for a while, but never ever put a period on it, for it is not the end of everything. Even if it is not falling into place or happening the way you want it to, trust that it will lead you to a better outcome. Third, set deadlines and never procrastinate. Start right and start now. Keeping yourself organized and on track will lessen the overwhelming feeling of tons of things to be done. When you go to college, it will be a different and challenging environment. This is also true for life after high school in general. Failures may upset you, but always remember that when one door closes, a new and better one will open. It makes you a better version of yourself. Hang in there, never procrastinate, and keep pushing. Right? Okay. Fourth, honor your emotions and acknowledge your fears. It is okay to be nervous, to be anxious, and to be in tears. Whenever you feel nervous, it shows that you are aiming for excellence because you care so much that it is honestly out of excitement and not of fear. Our emotions make us unique as human beings. Cry, laugh, and scream, for these make us whole. Becoming passive is a scary idea. Be proactive. You have something unique to offer that others may not know and may not have. For we are created with our own abilities and talent. Develop it. Fifth, offer yourself to a cause bigger than your needs and ambition. You have to find ways to make your dreams meaningful to others. And believe me, it will give you self-satisfaction. It is all about service. You can never go wrong if you have pure intentions. Be an advocate of yourself if you think this is for the good cause. Last, be kind. Anyway, even if others are not, even if others cannot, and even if others will not. You don't know what others are struggling with, so just be kind. It kills pride and promotes goodness. You can never go wrong with being kind. Calc fam, you are the best. I love you all. My Algebra 3 classes. Where are you? You're all amazing. Seniors whom I had or never had in my math classes. You're always in my heart. Thank you for being my family and my home away from home. Lastly, as your math teacher, I always want you to show your work. Just as all of you have different ways of doing the same problem, but arriving at the same answer, each of you will take different routes in your life that will lead to success. Rest assured that the happiness and fulfillment upon reaching your destination depends on your journey. Make it worth it, make it count. This will be the last time. I am singing for all of you. Hear me out. But yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I've got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember ya. Seniors, mahal ko kayong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ivy Feldhausen. Can we get one more round of applause? That was amazing. Next, we have our superintendent's address. Testing. Hi. We'll try that again. Next, we have the superintendent's address by Mr. Benji Hoekstra.
Congratulations, graduates. It sounds like you've had a great time, great teachers. We hope that you take the day to really appreciate your family, those teachers that you have spent the last 4 years with, but also those teachers that started you off in kindergarten, first grade, second grade. Those are the teachers that really put you on a path to where you are today. Building those relationships with your teachers really does define where you go. Again, we hope that you take the day, family, graduates, to really appreciate each other, where you have been, but where you will be going. There are many, many changes, and changes will happen much quicker than they have in the past due to the technology that we have today. It's a very fast changing world. Good luck to you, best wishes, and thank you for creating the memories that you have for your family and for the schools. Good luck.
Thank you, Superintendent Hoekstra. Next, with the presentation of the 2019 graduates, Principal Mr. Dorn Wilcox.
Mr. Hoekstra, board members, I certify these students have met the standards set by the school board and the state of Arizona and are ready to receive their diplomas. With the roll call of graduates, Mr. Curtis Nielsen, and with the giving out flowers will be Miss Lorraine Waite and Mr. Brad Jarvis.
If row 1 to our right would stand. Anna Grosso. Bailey Gallegos. Sarah Goggins. Anita Azarmi. Adriana Raymond. Hannah Ward. Ryan Glenn. Tiana Williams. Araceli Gonzalez. Hannah DeMello. Courtney Fletcher. Alyssa Hazelwood. Danae Graves. Jocelyn Erlenbach. Brittany Almazan. Jennifer Estrada Baca. Erica Beaver. Desiree Hintz. Kaylee Atchley. Anthony Gurrell. Haley Cisco. Haley Eldridge. Cody Southard. Nathan Nix. Joan Powers. Alyssa DeCarly. Sakari Giese. Kaden Netzer. Paloma Hernandez. Jasmine Castro. Luis Sanchez. Jorge Gonzalez Tamayo. Hannah Magana. Dylan Dowdy. Aiden Rodriguez. Robert Horton. Jasmine Richard. Kaya Ruiz. Landon Garbo. Caden Van Camp. Sean Sexton. Juan Zavala. Sarah Steffen. Anna Ramirez. Trenton Bell. Jeremy Dangerfield. Jennifer Sanchez. Samantha Reyes. Justin Woolter. Cora Kasanek. Stage left, row 1, please stand. Amy Cervantes. Francisco Walima. Melissa Woodruff. Joseph Freeman. Dominic Pryor. Joshua Castrillon. Cheyenne Mello. Haley Stockman. Caden Goss. Esther Alba. Ariana Gaman. Litzy Pena Ocampo. Delaney Hook. Katrina Wheatcroft. Angelique Mitchell. Gracie Gonzalez. Jalen Troutwine. Rayana Durazo. Sergio Galindo. Emilio Garcia. Clarissa Munoz. Guadalupe Harrison. Liliana Cruz. Peyton McGowan. Victoria Jaime. Alexis Cabrera. Stacy Paulson. Morgan Loxman. Emily Lorenzen. Autumn Vocal. Cole Schott. Seth Solano. Alexis Dozier. Stephanie Madrid Sanchez. Jaden Simon. Mason Reese. Kenye Brodus. Mia Oviet. Evan Ayler. Raymond Hernandez. Jesus Cadena Romero. Adam Rushikvas. Lane Vansel. Jaime Leva.
Dylan Hubbard. Brandon Osborne. Brianna Bryant. Corbin Draper. Natalie Walters. Next, we have our closing by Hannah Ward.
Good morning, everyone. And may I just start off by saying, we look mighty fine in these caps and gowns. I know we are all itching for this ceremony to be over, so I'll make this quick. As Charles Dickens once wrote, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It's amazing how 12 short words could sum up today in the entirety of our high school career. The worst times being those all-nighters trying to finish that 5-page essay and 10 IXLs due the next day. The worst times being those days where the school was invaded by various creepy crawlies like grasshoppers and stink bugs. The worst times being forced to run the dreaded mile in Mr. Estabrook's PE class freshman year. But through all that, we had even better times. The best times being the dances, winning all those yell-offs, team sporting events, and the events where teachers would kiss pigs and dead fish. The best times being at Los Amigos where, admittedly, we probably spent a majority of our lunch money. Sorry, not sorry, parents. The best times being the friendships forged and developed to the point of calling those friends family. What I'm trying to say is that every day we have had from high school may not have always been good, but they have also been some of our best. It has molded us to be the incredible, hard-working people we are today. As this ceremony draws to a close, so does this chapter in our lives. Many of us may never get to see each other again. Many of us will go off to college, the workforce, or even undecided. Regardless of your path and choices, remember to keep pushing forward and don't give up, even if the odds are stacked against you. It is that dedication to your goals that truly show who you are and what you are capable of. Remember that just because our adventure in high school have come to an end doesn't mean that the adventure is over. No, it is merely the beginning. Lastly, I would just like to speak for my class when I say thank you. Thank you to administration for always checking in on us despite the fact that you would dress code us. Thank you, teachers, for always being there for us no matter what the cause. Thank you, parents and guardians, for pushing us to be who we are, even when we begged to stay home for the day. And lastly, the most important thank you of all goes out to my classmates. No matter what, we have all affected each other in one way or another. We have had our differences, but we have grown so close and have helped each other through so much. While we will now head our separate ways, we should always remember that we are not just the class of 2019. We are the family of 2019, and we will be that family forever. Finally, we have now finished this chapter. Without further ado, would my fellow class members please rise? Like the pages of a book, turn your tassels, signaling the next chapter in our lives. I am so pleased to announce the class of 2019. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, you've graduated. Yeah, you're done. Can you play the music, please? Play their class song, please. Come meet your graduates.
You can still come up and take pictures in front of the River Valley banners or in front of the numbers. Come and take your pictures. Thank you, family. Thank you, students. If you parked in the back parking lot, you can go out the bottom door down here on the northeast side.